Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. I'm, of course, the Battle Room. And today I'm joined by Raghav. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good on this fine afternoon. I've had some yogurt and some hash browns. Now it's time to take it to town. We got Jay Ballester versus Marco Silva. What's going on here, Colin? We got the best player in the world right now, Marco Silva, versus maybe a new face, at least for me, and maybe for you too, Jay Ballester. But
Yeah,
he's got a leather jacket on, so I am excited.
this is Jay's first ever time in day two, by the way. He's never made day two before this, so he has no prior accomplishments. So, so yeah, that's
Huge.
what's
That's
going on.
huge.
Yeah, that's a big deal. And he
He's top
decided to,
four.
yeah, he's in top four of a regional. He decided to run it with his insane Dozo team that, yeah, he used Weavile at this tournament, which is absolutely nuts. And obviously, Marco is running that Rabombi team.
Yeah, I know. I love the Rabombi sauce. It's so interesting. I think Dill really made a really creative team out of the non-standard picks. But even with like Pokemon like Incineroar, we see a lot of cool choices, and we'll get more into that. But first, let's look at this crazy team because we've seen Dozo, but we haven't really quite seen it like this. We got the triple axle Weavile with knockoff and beat up to synergize with Annihilate, but also that stamina Archaludon. And so you have Pelipper to support that arch, but it also boosts Dozo and Tatsu's damage. There's a lot of really interesting choices here, like the Ape being a Taunt Citrus Berry set, Terra Fairy, it's Scarf Pelipper, and no Sash. Oh, Sash is on Weavile, so Tatsu is running Goggles instead, and a relatively standard Dozo set. Like, what do you make of this theme?
Yeah, this team's crazy. It's like very aggressive, and I feel like the big thing about Dozo teams, especially in this format, are how the opening like can set up the Dozo sweep, right? Because there's a lot of really strong Pokemon into Dozo in this format, specifically with Haze, Dragonite, Amoonguss, and Incineroar can be really obnoxious. So it's really about navigating those tough Pokemon as best as you can before Dozo comes in, so he can do enough damage. And I think choosing weird like pairs to put with Dozo can make it really uncomfortable to fight, right? Like if you're so used to fighting like the Indeedee, Sneasler, Dozo back, right? But having to deal with Weavile
Yeah.
is something that you're not as comfortable with or confident in. So it's very interesting, and I'm excited to see how the Weavile can do here.
Yeah, even the rain mode is just really like interesting. It creates a lot of mix-ups, kind of what a lot of Dozo teams in the past try to do, like a 2-2-2 type thing where it's multiple modes squeezed into one team. And like you said, Weavile puts a lot of pressure on those Dragonite that run Haze, which is usually the counterplay to Dozo. We've seen a lot of Yon Blood Moon, but I like also leaning into the offense, not running something like Snarl on Arch. Just go all attacks, and even this Pelipper is going to be doing a little bit more damage because it's moving first, and usually it doesn't get to do that. So I am curious to see how he's gonna approach this matchup, how he's gonna play it. Just because I've been playing this game a long time. We both have, but I don't truly know how this team like functions until I see it in action.
I think what's cool about Weavile too is that it actually is able to one-shot Sneasler, which is kind of cool, right? Like Triple
Ooh, with
Axle
triple.
will go through the Sash Sneaslers. Now, Sash Sneasler is definitely not as popular as it once was, but it's still a nice little tech option, right? And so, yeah, I'm curious to see how Jay's going to approach this one. He's got a lot of options. Weavile also, importantly, hits an insane speed stat, right? I think it ends up around like 94, so I think it's actually very similar to where Bombi lies. So I
I
am going
think
to be
it's a
curious.
little faster.
It's a little faster, maybe. Yeah, I mean, Weavile's really fast, so having to deal with that guy paired with the uh, the Dozo,
Archaludon or the
yeah, it
Dozo.
can be hard.
Yeah, and just a quick recap on Marco's team. We got that Rabombi that really synergizes well with Golden Go, a Life Orb set with Power Gem. I think he mentioned you're supposed to treat it like a spec set, but he just really wanted Protect. And so, yeah, you really lean into the offense and the fake cheers with Rabombi. Of course, you also have Como with a Throat Spray Clanging Skills, double attack, and an AV Ursaluna. Rounded off with this Dragonite that doesn't have Haze, which is huge in this matchup, and an Incineroar that doesn't have Parting Shot. So looking at his team, I think the main way you can kill Dozo is by getting Fake Tears off on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a really interesting matchup just because he doesn't have like the auto Dozo win button, right? He doesn't have like a Moongus or to force the Terra or Haze or anything of that sort, right? He has to beat it the old-fashioned way with just straight-up damage, right? And like you said, that fake tears is probably going to be really, really important, especially paired with the Blood Moon or even the Como.
Yeah, Golden Go also does a lot of damage with that Life Orb, but it doesn't really take its attacks as well. I'm thinking we're probably going to see a Terra Water come out of that Ursaluna at some point in the end game. And yeah, it needs to be next to that fake Tears for Bombi. Otherwise, honestly, I'm kind of scared. I think Jay's got a better matchup here. I'm really curious to see how Marco's going to preserve that Rabombi, because if it dies too early, he is just going to get destroyed by the Dozo.
Yeah, he is going to have to probably just keep it in the back and try to navigate it into the Dozo, right? He needs that thing to be alive and healthy, probably with its Sash intact, so he's able to blast the Dozo. So we'll have to see. I think it's going to require like really careful positioning from Marco to navigate into a good position to set up the actual KO onto Dozo.
Especially because Insane can't defensive Terra, nor can it Parting Shot to reduce that Dozo fast. So I think he has to be really, really careful, really intentional. And I think Jay's going to probably have Dozo in the back, try and like force out the Rabombi or just get as much damage as possible. And yeah, just make it too tricky for Marco in the end game. So I'm actually really curious to see how this goes, because we've got someone with a bad matchup, but who has been in this situation a lot more times, has been playing a long time, has more day twos than maybe tournaments Jay's attended. So this could be a huge opportunity for Jay to have the upset of the century.
Yeah, and I mean, he's on a run, right? He's in top 4. So like at this point, he's playing with just, I assume, insane confidence, right? Like everything's working out for him, and he just needs to keep playing how he's been playing. So he's gonna Weavile Annihilate into Dragonite Ursaluna here. I like the lead from Marco. It's kind of the anti-ape lead, right? Like, neither of these Pokemon can be one-shot by Rage Fist, so it's a pretty good lead, as best as you're going to get, but it is a little bit annoying, right? Because the Weavile does threaten the triple axle on you. It can knock off your dice. There's a lot of annoying things that can happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the correct line of action is for either player. I like taunting to prevent Tailwind, but I think we're probably just going to see a Scale Shot into that Weavile. Are we seeing a Terra Steel? And we're seeing a Terra Water, which I think is correct, because you need it for the Dozo in the end game. It can eat a close combat. It can eat this, triple axle or knockoff. I am just scared if it takes too much damage. Okay, so Dragonite's going to go down if triple axle. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good turn from Jay, right? Like, because Jay correctly identifies that the Ursaluna is the most important Pokemon. Like, Marco can't really risk tearing anything else when that Dozo's going to come in. Because, I don't think Como... I think he needs Ursaluna with Fake Tears Blood Moon, right? I think that's the best way to deal with it. So we're going to see this Blood Moon come out of here. It hits Weavile. I feel like a really safe, good turn from Jay, and then, a good, safe defensive turn from Marco as well.
Yeah, I don't love the trade, but I'm not sure if there's a safer, more consistent option. Because now you at least get to Vacuum Wave the Weavile potentially in Tailwind, setting yourself up for maybe Fake Tears combos, and just the speed control for Marco could be really, really big. There is no ability for, Jay to KO this Rabombi, so I think speed control is just guaranteed for Marco.
Yeah, I think Marco just has to make that play. And Jay just has to figure out what he wants to do to, slow it down. I'm not sure, he could just switch Dozo in that slot for sure. I think that's an option if he wants to conserve Weavile. He could also just accept that it's going down. It's always an option. We're actually going to see...
What's with the Terra Fairy?
Terra Fairy? Oh, no, he brought it back. Oh,
okay.
He's doing it. He did it. I don't know if I agree with the Terra Fairy because, you don't need it for Dozo. I think he just doesn't want to risk getting blasted by Moonblast.
Yeah, so I can understand it. I guess I was just I don't know if it's necessary since I do really feel like his Tailwind's coming in. But since his defenses are dropped already, it kind of makes sense. You don't want to just drop to one Moonblast immediately. And we do see Marco go for the Moonblast. So Jay making the correct play there, needing to Terra to survive. And the special attack drop. I think the CC is going to kill Blood Moon now.
That was huge. That was so huge. I don't know how Marco can even get through the Dozo now. What a clutch Terra Fairy. It kind of felt like Tailwind was inevitable there, but at the same time, Marco went for the went for the kill, and Jay called it correctly. A huge Terra Fairy.
That Moonblast drop is so brutal for Marco. I feel like he wasn't in a bad spot. He could still get, outplayed by Jay through some, like, protect shenanigans and just figuring out which slot Marco's trying to attack with. That feels really good. I feel like you can fake tiers now and protect if you're Marco and hope that Jay doesn't call it in some way. Because I do think Jay wants to set up this Dozo or, Yeah, I think you just want to set up Dozo immediately because that ape is going down to make it rain.
Yeah, I think also as long as you just KO one of the Pokemon here and stall Tailwind, you win. So I think it's just you just spam Earthquake, and I think you can't lose, right? Like you just spam Earthquake, you probably throw in a Protect here or there, and then you're probably chilling, right? Does Earthquake pick up Goldie?
I think Protect is bad because you need the speed advantage, and Marco can't get 2 fake tiers off and Tailwind in these next 2 turns. So that's the issue here. Golden can protect and Marco can fake tiers, but he still needs to Tailwind.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I think this Dozo should outspeed Goldie, right?
100%. There's no way. I feel like Dozo's always, like, especially because we do know from other matches that Marco is max speed modest Golden Go. Or not max speed, or yeah, he probably is max speed modest, but he is modest. So I think that there's no way that Dozo does not speed this guy.
Yeah, a double protect here could be the way to lose the game, but
Yeah.
he doesn't get it. Can Rabombi do this itself? No. There's the wave crash.
And
Into
there
the
goes the
Golden Go,
Goldie.
and it's down. I think Jay's going to take this first game. He has a chance to make the finals in his first time in day 2 against arguably the best player of Reg H.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's nuts. That was a really solid game from him. The special attack drop really sucked, but also it kind of felt like all the plays Marco made is he was kind of forced into them, right? Like, it kind of felt like Jay's team just kind of corralled him into a certain way, and he was able to just kind of smack him around and get what he wanted out of the situation.
Yeah, I think this matchup's too hard for Marco, where if he gets something wrong or even gets a little bit unlucky, it gets away from him too fast. He needed that double protect there to even have a chance.
Yeah, and I think like
here,
I think that's the case too of like Marco's Dozo matchup, right? It's like it's very precise and he is just about outplaying you, and that's all he wants to do.
Man, we should have gotten Chuppa on this fucking video, dude. We got Dozo for real. It's back.
Dozo is
Jay's
back.
proving to everyone that Dozo is for real, but he's also proving that his drip is for real. Because is he winning the drip war? You have to think about this.
Jay's got the leather jacket, right? It's pretty fire. He also opted to not wear the Pokemon leather jacket, which I think would have lost him some points in the drip war. But instead opted for his own personal leather jacket. And Marco's got that classic Jersey look. His hair's slicked back nice with the headset there. But I think I gotta give it to Jay.
I think I'm gonna give it to Jay too, just because I'm liking the personal flair. I'm liking the choice of the leather jacket, and that's something we always emphasize on the channel. We want to see your personal style, It doesn't matter whether or not we'd wear it. I just want to see you and your personality. I really like what Jay's bringing here. He's got a Weavile, and he's also got a leather jacket. I know 2 things about Mr. Ballester now.
Yeah, and I mean, like, this is a pretty incredible performance, like, to go into top 4, because, like, this tournament was also, like, really ridiculous, the way it was run. They played 10 rounds on day 1, which is a lot of Pokemon, especially for, like, someone who's never made day 2. He makes day 2, but then has to play 2 extra rounds of day 2 in day 1, so he was clearly on fire throughout that whole time, and now he pushed all the way through the bracket into top 8 here, or to top 4 here. So he literally is 1 win away from making finals.
Okay, and we see Marco going with the same thing, but Jay adjusting prematurely. I don't know if I like not leading Weavile. I felt like it put on a lot of pressure because Marco doesn't want to Terra anything but the Ursaluna.
Yeah, I think the Weavile drop, I mean, like, I respect this Dozo Pelipper, right? Like, you're going to do crazy big damage right off the bat, and maybe that's the plan. But I thought Weavile was, like, a huge part of the success, right? Like you mentioned, like, just putting on so much pressure turn 1 to make these guys Terra is a big deal. But now, this is the easiest Blood Moon Terra of your life.
Yeah, the other thing is that having Dozo in the back made Marco have a lot fewer turns to actually get his fake tier set up. because you do need Tailwind as well. Otherwise, Dozo's gonna smack you. And when you have more Pokemon to switch around, it's a little bit easier since obviously when Dozo's fused, you can't switch around. So you can get the Tailwind up on a dead turn, or you can get a couple fake tears. So I think this is already a much better start for Marco, and we're seeing that funny little Scarf U-turn action that has existed since the inception of Dozo, originally with Masquerada, now with Scarf Pelipper. And I don't think this Wave Crash is gonna do nearly as much as Jay needs. It's gonna do like 65% maybe a little more. Um, and that's a lot, don't get me wrong, but I feel like losing your Dozo early is not what you need in this matchup, especially because Marco can get speed control then and easily clap like Weavile or whatever you have in the back.
That wasn't bad
Not even
damage,
less than a cut.
but at the same time, like you said, like he's gonna get a free Tailwind. So now that's one less step that the Rabombi needs to accomplish, right? And now he's able to just start dishing out damage. He correctly calls the Blood Moon into Dozo, and that just did so much damage by itself, like literally without fake tears. Holy.
Yeah, that was a very strong Blood Moon. I'm curious to see how it's EV trained. I bet it's not as fast as some of the other Blood Moons in the format right now. Maybe opting for bulk and special attack. And Dozo's generally just run max attack, max speed because of the commander boost. It's like more than enough. But I don't know, a scale shot plus earth power, or Marco's gonna switch out here. Is it that Rabombi? It is Golden Go.
Huh.
Interesting. Maybe predicting an order up or something?
I guess so. I felt like conserving their. I feel like. I guess you probably aren't getting the KO after seeing the scale shot. Like, you aren't KOing it this turn. But I think sacrificing Ursaluna in that situation would be totally fine. I think Marco's still okay-ish, but I don't know. I didn't love that turn. Like, losing Golden Go for free. Dozo's actually accomplishing something, right? It's KO'd Golden Go, and now it's did like 80% to Ursaluna.
Yeah, I honestly don't think it's like terrible just because we know that Jay has Weavile in the back, right? Or maybe I'm misremembering.
We
But
know, yeah.
Golden Go not being able to Terra means it's just food for that knockoff that's going to come in. Whereas the Ursaluna is healthy enough to actually still take another hit.
That's true. I think at this point, though, honestly, I think Dragonite just wins the game, right? Like, Dragonite is the guy right here. It doesn't really matter whether he sacrifices Ursaluna or Golden Go here. I think Dragonite Rabombi can just clutch this whole game up, right? Like, I think it's one-shotting Weavile. It's one-shotting, potentially one-shotting Pelipper, right? Marco just needs to time this Tailwind turns, like, really, really well. But kind of not even really, right? Because you can just Tailwind whenever you want. He doesn't have Terra. Like, he's just so fast on the Dragonite that it just doesn't matter.
I think he just needs to hit Scale Shot, yeah.
Yeah,
That's all that matters. You get +2 speed, Dozo should be down, and this Tots might live one Moonblast, but it's too late.
I don't think it can live the Moonblast, dude. Because, like, Rabombi gets to be trained max special attack, max speed, so this Moonblast does hurt. I think it's totally down.
I'll bet your house it lives on one.
No way, no way! One hit
Damn, you
KO.
lost your house. My bad.
But now, is Tailwind still up, too? Oh, no, it does Peter.
No,
so, like...
I think it doesn't matter, though.
I think you just double protect, and you should just win the game.
Yeah, because you can also just, like... E-speed... Wait, have they Terra'd?
No, Jay hasn't Terra'd, but Marco has.
Okay, wait, so this could be kind of tricky.
Because the Pelipper is Scarf.
Is really funny. No, I think you just have to hit Scale Shot. Because the thing is, like, if they Tailwind, like, Pelipper isn't doing anything for the rest of the game. It's locked into it. And so you just have to hit Scale Shot again. Or even, like, a Vacuum Wave.
I think you also just don't even care. Because, yeah, as long as you... If Pelipper presses Tailwind, you just have to start focusing Weavile, and then I think Vacuum Wave will clutch up the game. Like, actually having Ursaluna alive is a big deal here.
Yeah, it is better than Golden Go. So losing that Golden Go seemed bad, but it actually ended up being a lot better into Jay's backs. And yeah, I guess we are seeing a double protect. Marco acknowledging the only way this is punished is a Tailwind, and then Pelipper is actually Booty Cheeks, so it's not even a punish.
Yep, because now I think this is a super free Moonblast Scale Shot, and it's just not punishable. Outside, I think you should kill Rabombi then and just hope for a scale shot miss, right? Is that your best chance? I think you need
yeah.
two. I think you need two of them.
Yeah, you definitely need to. I assume Scale Shot kills Weavile.
But I also don't know. But worst case, I'm thinking if Scale Shot doesn't kill, it's going to be so low that you're able to pick it up with Vacuum Wave. It has to be. There's no way Weavile's that, that bulky.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I feel like it's not going to be able to kill Blood Moon with anything either.
And Triple Axel is just gonna miss. Okay, so now the game is just over. And Pelipper is still.
Jay's like, I don't mind. The game's just over faster. See the Scale Shot.
It's so good. It's so dead. I think it might need 5, but it does put it into.
It does need 5. Well, not anymore, but.
Wow.
Get all 1 HP. Yeah, but yeah, Vacuum Wave was definitely getting it.
Yep.
So it did not matter at all.
I don't know if I liked the Tailwind, but I also think there was just kind of no hope, right, at that point. Like, you might as well hope for, like... I mean, like, if he did miss 2 scale shots, you won, which isn't, like, impossible. So I think Jay played to his
I don't even know if that's true, though, because you can Blood Moon with Ursaluna and then Vacuum Wave.
True.
So
all right.
I think it's tough. I like how Marco played, but I do really think that Jay just messed up leading that. I don't think that's the correct strategy.
Yeah, I think the lead really held him back, because like you said in the last game, it was really important that in Game 1 he was able to fuse Dozo later, kind of deplete some of the resources Marco had, so he couldn't set up the deadly Fake Tears plus special attacker combo in Tailwind, right? Because he does require like a lot of setup and a lot of things to position well, which Marco can definitely do, but in that second game, Jay just made it a little bit easier with what he led. He did try to go for this crazy fuse combo of the U-turn. I mean, he was threatening a potential U-turn plus order up onto D-Knight as well. He just kind of got the Terra wrong, and yeah, Marco just kind of ran away with that game with D-Knight.
I think Marco has the Terra Water Blood Moon in this matchup. That's the thing Jay has to keep in mind. So U-turn plus order up could be better, and Marco's gonna lead these two every time just because it's the fattest combo he has. It's the best possible thing into Dozo. You got 2 water resists, but we see Jay go back to the original game plan, and I like this a lot better. Is he going to triple axle again, or is he going to do something different? Is Marco going to Terra Water again? I really think he probably will, but how's it going to play out?
I think the thing is I think Marco might just be okay and kind of just locked in on Blood Moon into Weavile and Scale Shot onto Weavile. I don't think it's too punishing, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what he does, with the Terra Water, of course, right? He has to Terra Water that guy. So I think Marco might just play this game the same way. I think, and he should.
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to ignore it. You can also protect D-Knight if you're making a hard read, but I'm not sure what you do in a Game 3 scenario. He's happy. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, why is he popping off so hard? He just Terra Watered Blood Moon. What?
Maybe Jay whispered something like, oh, I did this, or like, oh, I think I'm going to forfeit after this game.
Oh!
Well, E-Speed Vacuum Wave was really good. Oh. Damn, we didn't even think of that. We're ass.
Oh, he was worried about the Terra Ghost, so that's why he popped off. Oh my god, Marco just destroys him on that turn 1. And the CC into D-Knight to cover for the Terra Steel. A solid play by Jay, but Marco just completely steals this game now. Like, I feel like it's going to be so easy for him to set this up.
Yeah, I think honestly Terra Ghosting the Weavile would have been an insane punish, but also not that risky because we didn't see him need to Terra anything, really. The only thing is making sure Ape doesn't die to the Rabombi. But at that point, the value you get out of your Terra Ghost might be enough where you just fuse and it's too much again. So now Marco is in a dominant position. I see no reason not to just Tailwind and attack. You still have your Blood Moon, like the move, active. Because you did Vacuum Wave last turn. So if you're Marco, what are you doing? Are you scale shotting? Are you... I think you do just scale shot. You don't want to risk breaking the Sash on Rabombi. You could also just Tailwind.
You could.
I think you could Tailwind Moon. I think that's really safe.
I think you could also just like... I think you're freely allowed to Blood Moon Ape if you're Marco. Just because there is the possibility of this play.
Come with the taunt.
But also, like, it's lowered its defenses, so I think Blood Moon should be able to pick it up, right? Scale shot into Dozo, that's fair. That's valid.
It has lowered its defenses, but...
It is a Blood Moon into Dozo, too. Fair enough, fair enough. I think that's a safe play. He's calling the merge.
Yeah, you just want to get as much damage as you can. When you don't have haze and stuff, it's just like
Hmm.
it's old school, man. You just gotta get any value you can when you have the opportunity. So good job on Jay getting that protect off. Now there's no more Blood Moon threat. You could order up, and it risks a switch, but I just think that's a risk you have to take. I don't think Marco wants to switch in Rabombi.
Yeah, and Jay's actually just attacking here. He's just setting up this Rage Fist. It's probably gonna do nothing, right? Yeah.
I don't understand that one at all. Now the scale shot's gonna do way more than you like, and so is this Earth Power.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that play. I don't know what he was
This
thinking was
Earth
gonna
Power's gonna do a
happen.
lot, man.
It's gonna do so much, or even a Hyper Voice at this point. But it's definitely just EP, right?
I think so, just because you also have a special defense.
Oh, and
chance.
it's a Wave Crash? What?
What is happening?
That's crazy.
And it's an Earth Power, but also interestingly, Dozo faster than that Blood Moon. So I was right. It is a slow Blood Moon.
Yeah, and so now I think the game is just cooked, right? Dozo's lost all of its resources, and Marco, he's just chilling. He's still got 2 Pokemon in the back at full HP, and I imagine it's the Golden Go Rabombi as well. So these guys just clean up the Pokemon that Jay has.
I think this is the experience gap. I mean, this is an incredible run for Jay, just truly a wonderful breakthrough. But Marco's been in this situation too many times. He knows exactly what he needs to do. And I think Jay just got caught, like, slacking. His modes weren't tight enough, they weren't clean enough, and Marco's exploited them. Like, that Vacuum Wave E-Speed turn 1 was just perfect. Jay didn't think about it. I mean, we weren't thinking about it. And
Yeah.
that's all Marco needed to really steamroll through the rest of this.
Yeah, he saw an opportunity and he took it, right? Like, I feel like that's just why like he's so good, right? He's going to punish you if you make a small mistake like that. He took him 3 games, but he very much downloaded who Jay was as a player and confidently just kind of destroyed him in this game 3.
Hey, you got him doubting, got him wave crashing and close combating
Yeah.
a Dragonite that can't Terra. It's just, it was too much. And okay, so Tatsugiri can't live a Rabombi Moonblast, but it can live a whole ass Blood Moon. Like, what is this? Yeah, I mean it's so over. You just E-Speed and or Vacuum Wave, Tailwind, like whatever you want to do at
I
this
think he's
point.
taunted, so it's probably just scale shot.
If it's still, yeah, it's still taunted. You just scale shot or E-Speed the Tots, honestly.
I think I mean I don't think it literally doesn't matter. I think as long as you split attacks, doesn't matter how you do it, I think you're good. I think you probably just vacuum wave scale shot because you do have that Rabombi in the back with a Sash attack that it's just 2 Moonblast that Annihilate can't take no matter what, even if you Terra.
I just don't like potentially scale shotting the Ape for Rage Fist procs,
Yeah.
but it probably doesn't matter at this point anyway. So.
Because I think if you have Rabombi, I imagine it's Rabombi back. You don't need to hide anything, right? Oh, he's not taunted. So yeah, just Tailwind's even better. Tailwind Hyper Voice.
Wow, they did a good amount too.
Is this a 4-0?
I think the Rage Fist is probably gonna KO the Dragonite, but it
No, it
doesn't.
went
It's
Terra
going to Blood
Saluna.
Moon.
Yup.
Yeah, we're gonna see a 4-0.
We are seeing a
I think he's
4-0.
forfeit.
I mean, maybe you could
Or-
Terra Fairy to try. Yeah, hell yeah. He doesn't want the 4-0. I think you Terra Fairy Rage Fist to stop the 4-0.
But then the Blood Moon.
Do you think it? Yeah, probably die. No, it Rage Fist.
I mean,
I think
you just Blood Moon the Ape and switch to Golden Go or Rabombi or whatever. Oh, Marco doesn't even want to. He just
I
wants
don't
it
think.
over.
I don't think he cares about the 4-0, dude. I think he's just slamming the scale shot and Blood Moon. He doesn't care.
Yeah, we got different priorities on the channel over here. We want the 4-0 above all else.
Marco kinda wants
we
to
want
get to the
4-0 or
finals.
we'll forfeit ourselves.
Oh my god, he gets the read just for fun, dude. At the end there, just for fun.
I think you always do that just so you don't proc the Citrus Berry.
I guess that's
If
fair.
it's like-
I was thinking just to make sure the game ends, you can just go for scale shot to force the Terra, so that way you can just Tailwind with Goldeen. When it doesn't actually matter in any sort of way, but Marco just at the end there throws a little bit of swag and progresses to the finals of the tournament.
Yeah, and Marco only has 1 loss the whole tournament. He wasn't
Mm-hmm.
gonna let another one of them be Weavile Dozo. A really, really interesting match. Super impressive run from Jay. Really crazy team. But Marco just showing it doesn't matter, dude. I'm the best player. I'll find a way. And I have Rabombi on my side. I got friendship and fake tears.
Rabombi wasn't even like, it was really just that Blood Moon too. Like the Rabombi threat was really big, and obviously Jay was trying to play around it the whole time. But in the end, Marco prevailed. And so congrats
And
to
AV
Marco.
Blood Moon's back, baby. It's not
AV's
Yawn,
back.
it's not Life Orb. AV Blood Moon is still king of the format, and Marco's showing why. These Pokemon are just impossible to kill.
Yeah, they're just giant meatballs, and Marco again showing that turn 1. That was like he just kind of put on a masterclass there. Even after going down a game, he downloaded his opponent and played really solid into Jay. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Peace.